we go.
Okay, we just started.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I need like a song. So I never really started off on a podcast before. So we just started talking. I should have came in with like a song or something.
Yeah, next time come a little earlier.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, let's start. You are now live on the High Vibration podcast. We are over here at My Fusion Radio. Okay. Start over. You are now tuned in on the High Vibration podcast on My Fusion Radio, hosted by Jay Moore and Ashley G.
What up, y'all?
I hope you guys are feeling amazing out there. I hope your vibrations and your frequency is as high as mine is, okay? How you feeling, Ashley?
I feel great.
Can we just ask everybody that's out there listening or, watching us wherever they are, can we ask like the favorite question that we like to ask on the High Vibration Show? How high are you? Okay. We want to know how high is your frequency? How high is your vibration? Tuned in to the High Vibration Show. I want you guys to know everything on this show is ambiguous, okay? Mm-hmm. So everything that we say, wherever it resonates with you, however you feel about it, that's what we want you guys to, feel. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, let's get into our topic today. It's really juicy. Okay. We're talking about polyamorous versus monogamous. Mm-hmm. It's very juicy. Okay. And I want to, we got a few points or whatever we're going to get into. But Ashley, before we get to me, because I don't want to make it all about me, what is your intake on polyamorous and monogamous and,
So me personally, I feel like with poly, I'm not. I actually like both. Mm-hmm. But it depends on the people. It depends on the situation. The vibe has to be there. The energy has to be there. The connection has to be there on every party.
Right.
But I'm not imposed to it. Like I actually will love that more than just being with one person.
That's dope.
Yeah.
So have you ever been in a monogamous this word's so long. Have you ever been in a monogamous relationship?
I have.
Of course
I have. But it was definitely everybody was not on one accord. So it was just like, with the other female, she started getting attached to, male wise. And it was kind of like, then it started to be jealousy. But it's like, we all supposed to be in this together. That's why I'm like, it has to definitely be, a situation where all parties, are one.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, me, Jay Moore, I've never been in a polyamorous, by the way. I have been in, of course, I've only been in monogamous relationships. And my intake on monogamous is I've been in monogamous relationships since I was 15, Mm-hmm. And where I am now, I am at a place where I want to try something new. Okay. I am crossing over to the polyamorous side, only because this is my perspective. Okay. And I want everyone to listen that when you guys are listening and you are commenting or whatever you are doing, just also know on this High Vibration podcast that there is no right or wrong answer.
Correct.
Okay. And everybody has their opinion. Everything is okay. We can agree to disagree. That's it. Okay. Now, I want to go to polyamorous simply because I feel like being in monogamous relationships to me is insane at this point. Okay. For me, not for no one else. It's insanity because I have been in many relationships and they're just not it for me. It's just not giving me what I need no more.
Right.
And I say that because I've dated all type of men, different type of men, great guys, bad guys, little guys, tall guys. And
just pull them out the bag.
Yeah. But because I also have been the girl on the other side where I was always a man's confidant, where there be they want to talk to me, or they were in relationships, or they were married. I was always that girl too. So I got to live on both sides of the fence,
right,
to see Exactly. That's where I'm at now, because it's like, not saying all men are cheaters, but all men cheat. Women too.
Women too. But all men definitely cheat.
You know, I was having this conversation with a man earlier, and he was like, everybody don't cheat. So I had to give him an example. I don't know if you ever seen Best Man, but in the movie Best Man, you know, he was marrying a perfect girl. She never did nothing, but she did. She did something with the best man. You know, it's always that one time. So it's like, just because you cheat, they don't make you a cheater. Just, you know, and that's what people have to understand. So,
but you did do it.
And it's like, a lot of men cheat with logic. Okay, that's what I intake. Women, we cheat with emotion.
Yeah.
So it's like, it always happened on both parties, and it's like polyamorous is always going on just for no communication anyway.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And I realized being in relationships that I don't like to share. You know what I'm saying? But I do like to share if it's communication. If I know that you sit me down and you say, hey, Jazz, you know, whatever in this communication, then it's a different frequency that I'm on.
Right.
You know, you put me on a different frequency. I know what's going on. You know, it's like programming your own mind.
Right. You got time to process it to even be able to say, oh, I can do this or I can't.
And that's exactly, now we get into that. That's exactly, if you look up the definition of polyamorous, the first word is process. You know what I'm saying? It's a process. It's something you have to practice. It's not something you go tomorrow and say, I'm polyamorous, because I didn't just wake up and say, I want to do polyamory.
Right.
You know, I wanted to be in a polyamorous relationship.
Right.
I actually been in multiple relationships, and I was just like, it's just not working for me, especially when you dating a man and he's moving behind your back, not telling you everything, dealing with other women. And women, I want everyone out there, men, please know we have intuition. Okay? We be knowing the truth.
Even when we don't
even if we act on it, even if we react in an incorrect way, we most definitely know what's going on.
Right.
And me, I just realized that being in a monogamous relationship, I'm not going for it. All my relationships end like that because I'm not turning the other cheek. I'm not allowing you walking. I'm not doing any of that.
Right.
So now where I'm at, I just want to try something different. I want to go through a new experience and just, you know, a power couple. I can see 3 of us, you know, a throuple going hard, just really, really doing big things. And I need a best friend too. So, you know, that would be dope.
Yeah. And I just feel like it, like you just said it too. I was like, people don't realize that best friend, because even though a male can give you something that a female can't give you, but a female also can give you something that the male can't give you as well.
Right.
So when it comes together where it's a unit where everybody's on one accord, then yes, it is a perfect situation, because at the end of the day, everybody's not going to always be on one accord. But when we go back to that communication, is definitely, you know, can be a great thing. It can also come out to be a great thing.
That's dope. That's really, really dope. So I want to get into these notes. Now, I haven't really switched all the way over to polyamorous. I just made it to where I'm making a decision that that's what I want to be. That's my truth. I'm not going back on it. You know, people say things and then tomorrow you see me in a regular relationship.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? No, that is my decision. That's actually a safe space for me. So when I'm dealing with whoever I'm dating and I start falling for them, and I don't trick myself to get into a relationship, because I know that's not what I want.
Right.
So, yeah, man, it's a process. And, you know, that's the first definition of the word. You know, polyamorous is practice. I said the word incorrect, y'all. Forgive me. Anybody out there listening, I said process. Y'all should have caught me in the comments. But yes, it's a practice of engaging in multiple relationships with the consent of all people. And see, when people say that, they're like, oh, you're just gonna be having sex with all these people. No, because romantic relationships isn't just about sexual.
Right.
It's mental romantic relationships, physical romantic relationships. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a lot of different relationships that you can actually connect to.
Right.
You know?
Right.
So yeah, how you feel about that?
Like I personally feel like, you know, like you said, you know, it takes time to practice into what you want. You know, sometimes we sit and we have this, you know, reflecting time where we realize a lot of things that we do on a daily is not exactly what we really want to do or what we really believe in.
Right.
So when you take the time to study and to, you know, live in your truth, then you realize, okay, well, my truth is really, you know, poly. You know, my truth is not that I want to be with one person. You know, my truth is that I'm okay with being with 2 other people because I know what these 2 people can give me. You know, so it's really about, you know, like you said, practicing what you want. You know, it takes 30 days to change a habit, and if you don't want to be with nobody, just one person, then start doing research, start you know, looking into it. Start when you go out and you connecting with people, don't just connect with just one gender. You know, start going to be like, okay, I want to just talk to girls today. You know what I'm saying? I want to talk to women today, or I'm gonna take this time to talk to men today because I want to get a conversation going where now it's a neutral, you know, thing.
And I thought about a situation. I was not dating a guy, but we were friends, and I remember him having like his child's mom come to the house, and it's because he communicated, like he needed to see his child.
Right.
And he communicated with me, and I left and went to work and left him at the house. You know what I'm saying? Because it wasn't about, oh, they're going to do something. Oh, I want to know if they're doing something in my house. I didn't care about none of that because he had already communicated with me.
Exactly.
And then I was like, I don't care as long as she's gone by the time I get there.
Right.
And at that moment, I knew how strong and how I was in my strength. It wasn't no issues.
Right.
But then when I switch over to being in a monogamous relationship, the girlfriend role, y'all, we going to get into that, y'all. The girlfriend role, now you mad because he gone, but he over there seeing his daughter and he with the baby mama. See, it's a different feeling. So,
exactly.
And a lot of people, y'all are already in polyamorous relationships. Just communicate. It's just no communication, so the vibration is low. Okay, the vibration is low when no one is living in their truth.
Exactly.
Even though you guys are already in a polyamorous relationship, you know that dude talking to Keisha down the street. You know this. You don't went through his phone.
When y'all was friends.
But you don't went through his phone. You know he's still seeing Keisha instead of sitting down and having healthy conversation and saying, "Look, babe, I did go through your phone, but look, I'm okay." It's just time to raise our vibrations, remove the ego, remove all that stuff, all the control, all that extra stuff, because that's what relationships sound like to me, you know, especially the monogamous ones. So let's get into this, the point too. So it'd be like, which dynamic would you prefer in a polyamorous relationship?
Okay.
So they got different ones. They got triad, which is called a throuple. You know, that involves 3 people who are all dating one another. I think that's what I'm interested in.
Okay.
And then there's a quad, a relationship involving 4 people. I may because if I get a guy and he got, you know, I think I may be interested in a quad or a triad. You know what I'm saying? So a quad is a relationship between 4 people who are all dating one another. They are not dating no one outside that group. Okay. And we're gonna get into the V. The V is where one person is dating 2 different people, but those people are not dating one another. That makes sense. So it's like, the guy, he got 2 girls. He with both of them. They both know that he with both of them. And so he tell both of them, but none of them is dating. He just dating both of them. Or like a female, she can be dating 2 men. The 2 men not dating, she just dating both of them.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So that's that on. So which dynamic would you prefer? The triad, the quad, or the V?
Honestly, me personally, I could try all the above. But when it comes to it, I feel like the throuple, that would be more of my speed. Because one thing about it, like if it's male or female, I still like my person to be my person. You know, so it's kind of like if that's my person, I don't care. I know that I can go to my person.
Right.
You know, but if it's a situation where I can't and the dynamic is off a little bit, I don't know. Like that's why I said I can see myself in all, but the throuple is the most realistic one for me.
Yeah, a throuple and a quad too.
A quad too, yeah.
Because sometimes the girl may want to do something too, and the man only feel comfortable with his best friend being the other person. You know what I'm saying? Or whoever the case they choose, or the girl. It's vice versa. It's not about
men. The quad
is
the 4 people.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I can see the quad too.
Yeah, I can see the quad too. But only the quad for me, the guy would have to pick the guy. And people be like, well, does that make him gay? I mean, that's you being too nosy. It doesn't make anybody anything. It's just these 4 people are in a relationship. Simple.
Right.
They swap out.
Right.
Swap
Like,
out.
I got her today.
I got her today. This your girlfriend. That is my girlfriend tomorrow. Okay. Shout out to polyamorous. Okay. But I want to get into point 3. Okay. Why would you want to be in a poly over monogamous relationship?
That's a good question.
That's for you, Ashley. You go first.
That's a good question. I feel like I would do poly because I feel like poly is more of an intimate unit. Mm-hmm. It's not like just free because I feel like when you go the other route, it's more of a open freeness. Like I still, like I said, I still want my people to be my people. Like I feel like if we got a unit, if we go outside our unit, we going outside our unit together, or it's a communication thing where this is, you get a pass.
Right, correct.
This is not something that you can just fluently do.
Correct.
Because I am very territorial at times. You know, I want my people to be my people.
Yep.
So I don't want to be like, I want to go out to dinner tonight and you be like, well, I made plans with Keisha down the street. Mm-hmm. Keisha ain't in this unit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But me and Tammy want to go out to dinner, so you going out to dinner with us.
Right.
So it's certain things like that, and it's kind of like I can't really control the situation when it's all over the place.
Right.
It's different when it's intimate. So that's my take on it. Like I prefer to pick my people and my people be in the unit because me and my people can be different people every day.
Right.
But at the same time, it's kind of like I don't want to be going outside of my unit to get what I need when I can get it inside the unit.
Right. That's right. That's correct. That is correct. And I want to get into why I want to be in a poly over monogamous is because I've been monogamous my whole life. Okay, hello, I want to do something different. All right, duh. Not just playing. No, but seriously, it's just because monogamous relationships are boring to me.
Yeah.
I've been in a long relationship. I think my longest relationship was 8 years, and we had threesomes. And no, we didn't. I'm lying, you guys, because just in case I didn't. And the reason why we didn't have threesomes is because I knew my significant other in that time wasn't ready.
Right.
Simply because I knew that if I walk out the room, go use the bathroom, he gonna get her number behind my back.
Right.
And see, that's where it's a problem. Y'all gotta stop doing these threesomes, okay? Y'all gotta start having communications and talk to each other, because let me break this down for you. I'm finna tell on everybody, okay? When you do these threesomes, you have to know your person. I'm talking about really, really know your person, because a lot of people are doing things for people pleasing and validation. All right, they're not doing it because, oh, I'm in the same mood you in, babe. I like her too. You know what I'm saying? But fellas, this is for the fellas. The moment that you go to your girl and be like, babe, what you think of her? You already lost the battle, sir. You have already lost the battle in the bedroom in the threesome. You have already lost the battle with your girlfriend in the relationship, because now her jealousy has been activated. Now she's like, oh, he like other. The moment that a man says, babe, what you think of her? It's over with. You always supposed to let the woman choose the person. But then, I was telling my friend that I was getting into polyamorous, and they was like, what? You get into polyamorous? And I was like, but y'all be having threesomes, so y'all basically doing it with no communication. Y'all having, you know what I'm saying? If we having threesomes, boy, that's multiple sex partners. I don't want that. I don't want multiple sex partners. I just want about one. I just don't. Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that's what it goes back to poly, because it's like once you in a unit, once your unit is solid, you don't have to worry about all these extra people, because the thing is, even with the, tripod, you can still have them most like, okay, I got him today, I got her today, you know what I'm saying? It's still that dynamic. Even if the guys don't feel like being bothered, the girls still got this connection where we can go out to dinner together. You know what I'm saying? We can go to events together. We can do things together, because it's not like we're all lonely. We can come back home to each other. Right. But we don't always. And then it's like, it's different when it's a bigger group. Right. You know what I'm saying? Intimate but big. You know what I'm saying? Because three is a group. Right. But at the same time, it's like you never get bored. I think that's the thing. People get bored in their relationships, so they go look for fun somewhere else, but they're comfortable with their people, so they don't want to go nowhere else. Yeah. Or they don't want their people to go nowhere else. It's kind of like, I only can have you, but I can go out here and cheat and do whatever I want. Right. And then that bring back diseases, all this type of stuff. So it's kind of like you just gotta, it's really a careful thing. Like, you know, and if you got enough at home, you ain't got to worry about going nowhere else.
Yeah, because that's it. That's why I want to cross over. You know, you guys, we're going to get into this next point. I want to talk about can polyamorous relationships, can they be healthy or unhealthy? What do you think?
You got some good questions today.
Yeah.
Ooh, I feel like both. But again, I feel like it can be a very healthy and positive thing if everybody's on one accord. And if everybody practice the same thing, because it goes back to that word practice. People jump into things without no knowledge just because it sound good, you know. But if you have practice, you have knowledge, you understand. All now you need is communication. You know what I'm saying? Communication, love, connection, and you good. Y'all got the perfect duo or the perfect dynamic of what's going on. You know, so I feel like it can be tricky if everybody don't understand.
And true. And this with monogamous and polyamorous, okay? They both can be happy or unhappy.
Exactly.
Only simply is depending on the behaviors of, and not just the behaviors and the actions of the people who engage in these relationships. So we're going to let's talk about monogamous, for instance. We're going to give you an example, okay? Happy communication, everything going perfect. Unhappy is when you're not telling your significant other, hey, I'm chilling with the boys, but you just come in the house late. Right. It's already starting stuff. Right. You know what I'm saying? And then she started reacting because, now he coming in late, I'm about to start coming in late. It's start getting to it. Just monogamous can also be unhappy. They started, first of all, we all know regular relationships, that honeymoon stage, then after it's like, whoa, what happened? You know what I'm saying? I could see myself in a polyamorous relationship living every day. I could just see it. Right. You know, I could visualize. Just doing adventurous, spontaneous stuff. And you could do it in a monogamous relationship because it's okay. I'm not saying because me, Jay Moore, want to be in polyamorous, don't mean that anything is wrong with monogamous. I've been doing monogamous my entire life, okay? And nothing is wrong with it. Nothing is wrong. I could have been married and everything, you guys, but they wasn't my person. I wasn't getting money for all. I wasn't getting money for all the wrong. I was not getting married for all the wrong reasons. I wasn't marrying a guy because he had money. You know, I wasn't marrying a guy because the idea of being married. I wanted to marry because I felt it in my gut that I know that this is the person. So, and me, I don't really believe in marriages and everything, all that extra stuff. I believe in communication, contracts, and just sitting and making sure all parties. Now, if I'm in a situation and he decides to propose to both of us, it's on him, you know. But honestly, I really don't care about the idea of marriage per se. And what it comes with. So yes, back to happy or unhappy. They both, you know, it's just both. It's just depending on the behaviors and the actions. It was this situation with this rapper. I don't know his name, but it was a rapper, and it went viral, and he broke up with his girlfriend, and she was like, talk about how she wanted to commit suicide because she got into the polyamorous relationship and said that's what she was down to do it with him, and then she started acting like a monogamous girlfriend, right? So he broke up with her. He had to cut her off. And he was like, it's not that. He like, I like you. You know what I'm saying? I really wish that I could do this, but you have to be open to this lifestyle. I'm not finna put myself in that predicament. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, me personally, y'all put it in the comments, however y'all may feel about this, right? Me personally, I think that once you become a girlfriend, them titles, they do something to your, they do something to your frequency. Okay, it's just like, let's imagine us working at Wendy's, right? And you're a crew member, and then Wendy's say, "Hey, I want to make you a manager." Now you don't shift it, your vibration to I'm a manager. Now tomorrow, even though you was just our coworker yesterday, tomorrow night you are in manager mode. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And that's as simple as I can put it. Yeah. When it comes to the girlfriend work, that makes a lot of sense. You know what I'm saying? So the moment your friend, she's amazing, you love her, y'all have a great friendship, and now you say, "Oh, you my girlfriend," and she start doing all the stuff all your ex-girlfriends is doing. Okay, it's just, and I'm not saying all girlfriends are bad. You know what I'm saying? But the ones y'all make wives, them the ones that are good. But the ones you put on layaway, because girlfriend is a layaway to me. You put her on layaway and you date her forever, and then you like, I don't know if I want that. You know, so I'm not letting a man put me on layaway no more.
Yeah, that's my favorite slogan. I feel like when I when somebody marries me, I want you to buy me straight off the market. Like when you put someone on layaway, you pay on it, you pay on it. It's kind of like you not serious about it. You know, so when you come back around, it may be gone. And now you mad because it's gone when you're ready to buy it all. But you already did all these payments and you can't get a refund.
Right.
You know, so it's kind of like just buy it straight out.
Right.
You know, but I do believe that those titles are a big thing. You know, we talked about this before. You know, when people put titles on things, everything changes. Everything changes. We go from friends and everything cool to that's my boo. You know what I'm saying? To that's my girl. You know, but every time it builds up, it's kind of like everything changes. Like you said, the frequencies changes in a relationship.
So like, okay, my last relationship, I'm just gonna give y'all a little bit of my personal business. So my last relationship, right? After we broke up, he was like, "Oh, I want my friend back. I want my friend back." And even though I was like, "Oh, we're friends," but my frequency was still on a girlfriend frequency.
Right.
So I'll go over there and chill with him, and I'm thinking we go back together just because he let me come over and chill. And I realized that I had to shift my vibration back to the friend.
Exactly.
So I started calling him, "Hey, best friend," you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I know you listen, best friend. I love you. I have to use us. But it's like, I was like, "Hey, best friend." I had to shift my frequency to best friend level again.
Right.
You know, and it's not easy. It is hard, but you have to do it because it's all levels of consciousness, you guys.
Right. It's definitely.
That's all it is. It's simply shifting your frequency. It's like a radio station. Oh, here we go with these vibrations. It's like a radio station, okay? All you got to do, frequencies, you just shift your consciousness to different channels.
Exactly.
That's it.
Exactly.
Up, girlfriend channel 94.5. You know what I'm saying? Up, best friend level 107.1. That's how you think of it. That's how you can control your own mental state. You know, so that's where we at with that. And it's people be like, "Oh, I'm not doing a polyamorous." Oh my God. No, you know, I'm not doing that. But it's simply you're in the whole relationship and he's cheating. Why? I mean,
at this point.
Okay.
And then you don't want to cheat because you feel like that's being unfaithful, but which it is. But at the same time, if you was in poly,
first of all, and I can't believe I'm saying this because it took me a long time. I'm actually still in the process of teaching myself. It took me a long time to understand this myself. It's just actually I am my own person. You know, my vagina is mine. My everything is mine. You know, and people got to be careful with what they do when they go, "Is this mine?" That's another frequency you don't telling them. You know what I'm saying? It's like putting people on these frequencies and trying to, Lord, y'all, trying to control what they think and trying to do all that extra stuff. And I just feel like, look at your brain like a radio station. Do you like that channel you on right now?
Oh, correct.
No, change it. Even the people out there that make the comments, "I don't want to do this." Be open. Just because you don't want to do it don't mean you judge it. Just be like, "Oh, okay, that may work for you, but I don't know about that yet." Because if this was me 3 years ago, I'd be like, "I'm not doing no polyamorous relationship."
Exactly.
You know, so just be open and transparent and find out what works for you. Monogamous don't work for me. I tried it my entire life. Doesn't work.
And I feel like when you're in a poly, it takes off those titles. Because a lot of people, it's not like, "Oh, that's just my girlfriend," or "That's just my boyfriend." You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, no, we're all one.
They're my people.
Those my people. Exactly. And only my people. You know, but it's different for being like, "Oh yeah, he's just mine," or "She's just mine." You know, those titles change something. Like they do something. And it's
and to all you men out there, right? And let me give you some, even women, because I ain't gonna put it all on men. Because I throw the women under the bus. Believe that. Everybody that's out there in these two-sided relationships when no one knows, it can simply switch to polyamorous, which is a V, where there is one person who's dating two different people. Just communicate with all parties so it can eliminate all bad energy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's all it does. If you communicate, it eliminates all low vibrations. When the girl acting crazy, she texts you multiple times because you ain't texted back. But if she know you got somebody else, she know you don't answer, she already know what's up.
Exactly.
You feel me? Because it's already communication. So it's just time. It's just time for us. It's time for us as a whole, as a unit, to start learning that our brains, our minds, our whatever you refer to, consciousness, whatever feels good to you, is a radio station. And there are different frequencies, and to get yourself and to discipline yourself, just turn the channel. I hope y'all caught that, but really, let's get into this point 3. All right. What does infidelity look like in both relationships?
Come on.
What do you think? Start with monogamous, because monogamous is so easy because we all do it.
It's just cheating. It's outside of the relationship itself. But I feel like
But what do you consider cheating in a relationship? In a monogamous relationship, we got to be specific so they know exactly what we're referring to. What do you consider cheating in a monogamous relationship?
I gotta sit with that for a second. Because I feel like you got to be very understandable when it comes to that, and it's like just knowing the circumstances or situation in hand. Damn, that was a good question. What's your thoughts on it?
Well, I only can say, okay, I could just give an experience, right? I was in a relationship, the 8-year relationship, and we was together 6 years straight, no cheating, right, you guys? I know, because he was amazing. But that 7th year, he cheated, right? And I say he cheated because the acts, the behavior, and how he went about doing it. You know what I'm saying? Because it would have been cheating if he would have set me down and said, look, girlfriend, you haven't gave me none in umpteen months. I'm finna go over here and get some. Even if I was mad, I probably would have understood. You get what I'm saying? Because even after I found out he cheated, we sat down, because he was a real good communicator. He sat me down and he communicated, and he was like, well, I cheated because this, and this. And I was like, oh, I get that.
Right.
And we moved right forward.
Right.
I didn't talk about the cheating afterwards. I didn't keep bringing it up because they were communication, because I was like, well, you know what? I took accountability. Like, I wasn't giving you any.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So that's what I consider cheating, because he didn't communicate.
Yeah.
That's it.
Right.
Because even though we're in a relationship, oh my God, that's what people have to understand. Just because you are in a relationship, right? You do not control that person. Just because y'all together don't mean that person got to answer your phone. And I know I'm talking to myself, y'all. This was me too. I ain't just yelling at y'all. We talk. We a hoe. But that does not mean that you control that person. Okay, that person ain't supposed to answer your call when you call. Talking to myself. That person ain't supposed to text you when you text. You know what I'm saying? But if they text when they get ready to, that's sad, because I'm talking to myself, y'all.
But I do agree with the communication part. I feel like with monogamous, like when it comes to that relationship is more intimate without group, So when it's just one person with one person, you only have one partner, it's a little bit different, because you agreed to be with this one person.
Right.
So when you walk outside of that one person, it's kind of like it don't matter if you just going on a date and it's flirting, whatever it is. Once you feel like you can't get that from that person, you go get it somewhere else. That's cheating, hands down.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay, because that's where it's a communication. Because when you get in a relationship, you in like a romantic whatever. We have to communicate.
Yes.
Okay, we're getting in a relationship. Okay, a relationship means you're my person. You're the person that I would like to spend most of my time with. That's it.
And my thing is, the other person doesn't want that. They have to communicate they don't want that. Because it's kind of like sometimes you could be in a situation where you going to see this person every day. You chilling with them every day. Y'all going on dates. So it's kind of like y'all are in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? It could be even situations like you said, when they could be like, oh, is this mine? You mine? You know what I'm saying? But they don't mean I want a relationship. But you're not communicating that because your actions speaking different. So it's like you giving false advertisement. So once a person feels like, oh, this is my unit, it's kind of like, oh, you can't go outside that unit. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because you verbally made it clear that you're mine, I'm yours. Mm-hmm. You know, but if you verbally say, like, look, I'm saying you mine because, you know what I'm saying, I'm the only one you've been dealing with, or you the only one I've been dealing with, but we are still friends. Right. You know, it goes back to what you said, communication. Mm-hmm. Communication is everything. Right. You know, so definitely.
Yeah, and with it's really like the same. Infidelity with polyamorous and monogamous, they are the same. It's without communication. Even with polyamorous, if you're in a situation, and I did my research, just so I can get y'all this, okay? And I had to do it because I want to be in it. Mm-hmm. But when you're in a situation, you just stop offense. It's 3 of y'all, and let's say the guy stepped outside. Now the 2 girls get to decide. You have to kick them out because they violated it. Mm-hmm. Because the vibrations is high. Everybody's in communication, but the guy or the woman, or one of the women stepped outside the triangle, and now y'all have to cut it off. Ain't no taking them back. Oh, I forgive. You can't, because that's where
the dynamic,
the frequency switch. Because you let somebody get away I'm telling you, hey man.
And that's the thing. My biggest thing is 3 strikes you're out. But my thing is, some things don't even need 3 strikes. Some things is what it is. And I feel like that's what we mess up at, is giving people chances. Yeah. When we keep giving people chances, it's like they start walking over the situation and they'll go around the back door to do something different, a sneakier way. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of like, at the end of the day, it's kind of like, once you open up this door to know what you know, it's kind of like, what we doing now? Mm-hmm. You know, because at the end of the day, trust is everything. You know what I'm saying? And I don't believe that if you communicated coming in this unit, you can't communicate in the unit. Mm-hmm. You know, and people don't communicate in the unit because they feel like they get comfortable. Mm-hmm. You know, that's why comfortability is one of my worst fears, because people get comfortable. I know I'm one of the people, I get comfortable quickly. Mm-hmm. You know, so once people get comfortable, you know, they tend to be blindsided by certain things, or they ignore certain things because they be like, I know this person. But do you? You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of like that's how it can start to, you know, like you said, the frequency can go low. And then you have the girls over here like, then what we do? Mm-hmm. We really love him, but he cheated. Or him and the girl, one of the girls and the guy's like, okay, what do we do with her? You know what I'm saying? Because we really care and we know that she ain't mean no harm. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, it's kind of like, you could have just communicated and said, oh, I want to go show with Shorty. Mm-hmm. And we would have been like, okay, well, cool, go ahead.
No, you still finna get broken up with, because that's not the agreement. And I'm all about contracts. Right. I'm signing contracts. If we get in we put your name on the dotted line. So if you step out for real, because that creates a certain level of security for all parties involved.
That's true.
That is something about the power of that paper. Okay, so
I believe in contracts for children too, prenups, like, because I just believe that I don't have no kids. So when I do have a kid, I do believe that we need a prenup for the kid. Mm-hmm. So if anything happens, we already have an understanding of what's going
for the kid.
We already know what's going to happen. It's not trying to put the worst on it, but at the same time, who got time to process what's going on? All right, pull out this paper. This is what's going to happen. You know, woody woo. Right. So it's kind of like that. It just keeps a very secure feeling for the situation.
Right. It does. So you guys, you know, you are tuned into the High Vibrations, where we just gonna give you guys our perspective on things on a little higher frequency. You know, I hope you guys caught what I was giving earlier, because I use my brain and my consciousness like a radio station. There's different frequencies. And people be thinking I preach, I am, high vibration is not just a name in my life. It's a lifestyle. I simply operate off high vibrations. I don't care about nothing. Okay. I try not to. Even if I care about it for just 5 minutes, I give myself 5 minutes. Even if I'm going through something, I'm going to cry for 5 minutes and I'm over it. You know, just because you're high vibrations or you practice this positive stuff, that don't mean you're always positive. Mm-hmm. That's what people mess up. They think, all this spiritual stuff, whatever you practice, that you're supposed to always be positive. No.
We're human.
You're just supposed to be aware and conscious. That's it. Mm-hmm. It's the radio station. You know, when you driving and that song come on, you be like, I can't believe that song. Let me turn the channel. Just like your energy. Okay? Mm-hmm. So monogamous relationships, they're dope. If you have your person and you're in love, I commend you guys. And the communication is dope. you guys should start teaching that, But the ones that are in these relationships and there is no communication, the vibrations are low and the frequency, it's time to shift that. It is time to sit all the people down and communicate. If you don't want to be with them, don't be with them. Mm-hmm. If you really just with them for the money or whatever the case, you need to find a way to give your truth in that somehow, some way. Like, hey, you're a great investor. You gotta just be honest,
right?
Because that's why the love and everything is gone out of the world so much because the communication is gone. Mm-hmm. Okay, so just because I'm getting polyamorous, I haven't fully dived in because it's a practice, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm just doing my research, and plus it comes a lot. Like, what do you do with your kids? Well, how do you tell your kids, like, hey,
you got a mom and a dad?
Yeah, but maybe it should be just because y'all in the people. That's the thing. Just because y'all in a relationship, don't mean y'all have to live together.
That's true too.
I don't know why people make that a thing.
I believe that you do not have to live
why
with
do people make that thing? You don't have to. Even if I get married, my husband in his own bedroom or my wife, both my people. That's why I feel like getting a polyamorous, I still like my freedom. I'm an Aries, by the way. So I don't mind having my own place.
Exactly.
And we all just have a place we all meet at. We at your house on Mondays, y'all at my house on Wednesdays.
If it's just random, we just, it's still, you can still visit. Because my thing is, I love my peace. Mm-hmm. I love my peace and I love being by myself. So it's kind of like when you in a relationship with more than one person, sometimes y'all do need y'all own space where you can do your thing, I can do my thing. It ain't no clinginess. Like that's why it's a lot of like, it goes back to the word practice. Mm-hmm. It's things you have to practice because you don't want to go in a situation and people expect one thing and they getting something different.
Right.
So, and again, like me personally, I get comfortable. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of like you never want to get comfortable with something. And then when that person don't want it, it's kind of like your whole being is just gone. Like, it's just like, what in the world?
You just gotta, it's all about me. I'm always interviewing somebody. I give you 90 days. I don't care what it is. You got 90 days with me. That's anybody. That's a friend. That's a business partner. It's I can't say my kids because they stuck with me, but that's just what I live by. I'm a brand. I'm a walking brand. I'm a business. That's just how I operate in my life because you have to hire, fire, and give people their roles accordingly. Your life, this a job. You have to. That's the only way it grows. You get what I'm saying? So, in your relationships, choose wisely. Choose what's best for you, and don't just jump into it because of the idea, because your grandmother's doing it or your cousin is doing it. Do it because that's what make you feel great. Mm-hmm. That's what made me decide polyamorous because it's different. First of all, it's different, and I've been on every side of the spectrum that you could think of. I ain't never been a side chick. I was a side chick without knowing, but I was a side chick, so I guess I did play the side chick, but I didn't know.
But I feel like playing and knowing is two different things because when you playing, that's cool. But when you don't know, it's really not even like, because now you get to process and be like, oh, no, that's not what I want.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, it's just, I've been many different things and I just was like, yeah, let's go experience. Every life is about an experience anyway. So I want to experience something. I think I will be happy. Mm-hmm. My guy will be happy. She will be happy, so... if you guys want to tune in to this polyamorous versus monogamous, we're going to have part 2 on this where we're going to have a guest that's actually in polyamorous relationships to give their intake on it. But make sure you drop, your thoughts and your comments in the comments below and tell us what you think, because no answer is right or wrong. Nobody's opinion is wrong. Everybody has their own perspective. And I would love to hear it from somebody's view,
Definitely.
So do you have anything to say to the people?
No, I feel like we just summed it up to a lot. And I'm just excited to see what y'all have to say, comments, statements, all the above. I'm ready to hear what everybody have to say. So when part 2 come, I'm excited.
In part 2, you guys, I'm gonna be even more upgraded with the knowledge, okay? Because I've already made the conscious decision. I've already flipped my radio station to the frequency of polyamorous. Mm-hmm. Okay. Now I am not just, I can't just get in any relationship because I have to pick my people wisely. Right. So that's just what it is. I'm just enjoying life and getting to know me, getting to know exactly what I like, what keeps me up here. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Because it definitely starts with you.
Exactly. It starts with you. So it's just about, you guys figure out who you are, and then find you some people that are on the same level as you mentally. Okay? And don't choose people that's pretending that they want to do it, because that's not going to work. All right? All right, you guys, you are tuned in to the High Vibrations. Okay, you can catch us Tuesdays and Thursdays at 7 p.m. All right, we are over here at My Fusion Radio.
Yes.
So make sure you guys download the app. We are everywhere.
Yes,
everywhere.
Everywhere.
We on Google Play, iTunes, Vimeo. Do I say Vimeo? Do I say that right?
Vimeo,
YouTube. You know. All the good stuff. So you guys can catch us anywhere. And most definitely, if you are an artist, if you are a business owner, if you are just an amazing person and you have a story and you want to share it with Jay Moore, you want to come on the High Vibration Show and talk to Ashley G, you want to give us your story or promote your business, promote your music, just promote you. Let's just say promote you.
Exactly.
You want to promote you, please reach out to us, because we would love to have you guys here, okay? Yes. We would love to pick your brain.
Exactly.
Okay, well, I guess that's what we got all today on our show.
Yes, you want to ask them our question?
Yes, well, before we leave out of here, you guys, I want to know what you guys, can we ask Spanish?
Yes.
How high are you? How is your frequency? How is your vibration? And I would love to know at the end of this, did you think like, I maybe can try that? Now that they explained it like that. Mm-hmm. You know, you ain't even got to do it. I just want to know, was it a, you know, that's it.
Exactly.
So, yes, you guys, catch us this Thursday, 7 p.m. We bringing you some dope topics, some high vibrations, some high frequencies. You know, we like to keep it cool over here.
Yes, high vibrations on us.
High vibrations on us. First shot on us. Follow me on Instagram, you guys, on all media platforms. I am the author, _.
All right. And I am only one Ash, period, 42.
And follow the business page at My Fusion Radio. Okay, so check us out. Check all the other shows out, you guys. Everybody's dope over here, so don't miss it. All right.